Going on, G.I. Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another 3D printed model. I've finished the S.H.A.R.C, originally 1984 vehicle. I don't have an original one to show you, but man, this thing came out better than expected. My first time trying to print a translucent canopy. I may redo this one or also try resin, but this is translucent PETG filament. You can see it's going to fit a full classified figure in here. The old S.H.A.R.C Deep 6 faced this way. This one looks like they remodeled it and actually sit a figure in here. It actually has room, so there's actually an extension. So you see, you still got quite a bit of room to where you could get a bigger figure in there if you wanted. Quite a few parts came on this one. I might try to, I don't know if my printer's big enough. I'm gonna see if I can, because there's a slight gap here because I had to print these two parts, the front and back, separately and glue it together. So I'm gonna try to see if my printer's big enough to print the full thing. I might have to come back in here with a PLA pen or some white resin to see if I can fill that gap. Again, maybe try to do this canopy. I do have clear resin, or try some different settings on that canopy. It's got the missiles, and it's got the functioning pop-up there for the gun. So it's super cool that they had that. And this was a separate piece there. Both the guns come up and down. And then this was a piece here, glued this on both sides, and this separate piece here, these fins, separate piece and movable. And again, I printed from this side, so that's why you can see the roughness here. So I try to keep things towards the back or where it's not highly visible. I did have a little burring here for some reason. But overall, man, I'm really pleased with how this came out. Maybe I'll do the sticker set. Bad Mother does sticker sets. I'm not going to keep it. This will go on my eBay store. Just because I don't have the room to keep it. But man, this really came out good. Like I said, this came out in 84. They did a Night Force version called Nightshade. Came out in 88. Just basically like black and like orange or red. Like all these black parts would be like orange, red, or orange, reddish color. And then they also did a Sky Patrol version, which is all silver in 1990, and they called it a Sky Shark. I'm not sure if it was still an underwater vehicle or not, or how they did that, because this is an underwater vehicle that Deep 6 manned. Like I said, it came out in 84. G.I. Joe Origin came out in 82 as far as the toys are concerned. This, I guess you could do on black. I guess the seat, if I were to print another one, I could print the seat in black. But the seat wasn't separate. All this was built in. So if you wanted to, you know, you could print the seat in black and these little details. But somebody who's more handier than I am with a paintbrush can come back through and paint a lot of this stuff. But here he is standing up for scale. So I'm really pleased with how this came out, actually. The more I look at it, I can't even tell you, kind of lost track now of how many vehicles I've done. If you follow my video, and I've only had my printer for a month or less. So here I've done the S.H.A.R.C, I've done the Fang, the Triple T. I didn't get to showcase Triple T because I sold that to a buddy and he ended up finishing the Triple T off, but it's on my TikTok. I did the Triple T. Printed out the Chameleon, which is the swamp skier for Zartan. The snake armor. So I'm not sure what my next project is going to be yet. Maybe it'll be a Dreadnought Thunder Machine, or I think the swamp, I forget what the helicopter is. It's a swamp something for the Dreadnoughts. But there's a lot of details you could go back through and paint up or whatever have you on here if you wanted to. But I felt this was an easy print, so it was just basically just black and white. I didn't have to do too many fill colors. I was trying to do like a mid-size project, and this kind of fit the bill. Let's see how this sizes up to some other ones I've done. So for sheer scale, you know, there's the fang. So we can see, now the S.H.A.R.C is definitely very wide. You can just see the sheer scale there. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm just having a blast with the 3D printer. I basically do bigger projects like this, and in between I'll do smaller prints of like diorama pieces, like milk crates and pallets and barrels and just cool stuff in between projects, because sometimes these projects are pretty frustrating. Like this piece right here, I end up printing this front piece. I ended up printing 3 times because I had an issue of warping, so the 3rd time was a charm. Thankfully, I got a guy on TikTok that's been really helpful, helping me out. This can be, like I said, I can see this could be better, so I might reprint this canopy. I was just happy because the PETG, because this was done in PETG, and all of this, the rest of the parts were done in PLA. The black I did in charcoal matte PLA, and this white, I want to say I did this in a different white. Instead of doing the matte white, I went with the PLA basic, which I think is called like Jade Ivory or something. So I wish I had an OG 84 S.H.A.R.C to do a comparison with, but yeah, there we are. If you guys have any suggestions of other vehicles I should try to print out, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.